Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, clouds of all ages, welcome to another adventure with the Sanctum Forecast. This is number 23. That is Michael Jordan's number. So you're here for an all-star Sanctum Forecast. We're so glad to have everyone here. Of course, it is your Chief Vibes Officer, Eno. I'm so happy to be working at Sanctum. By the way, we've just hit about 3 billion in TVL, and we're fast approaching to be the number one protocol in Solana. Currently, we're number 4 and number 3. We keep flip-flopping with Camino, but I'm telling you, good things are coming very, very soon. And why are we here? Of course, we're here to talk all about the Sanctosphere. And for those of you who visit us every single week, you know exactly what the Sanctosphere is. But for the uninitiated, we'll let you know. Number one, the Sanctosphere is all about the most bullish news about the most delightful products that are being built on Solana. And of course, we always talk about the Sanctum governance machine. But today, we're here to talk about the partners that make our work possible. And of course, we're here to do it with the most earnest Cloud fam. And we're here to celebrate as one big family. Right now, SOL price is pumping, and I know that on the forecast, we don't normally talk about SOL price, but I just want to say that we don't always get great days like this, but today is a truly good day, not just for Cloud, but also for SOL, for all of our partners. Truly, all the developments on Solana are moving so fast, especially if you've been paying attention to digital asset treasuries. There are literally billions of dollars worth of SOL that are being bought, and that's all good for our bags. So, of course, some of the house rules for today. Number one, we need you to hype up the chat. And we always love positive energy, and the most important ingredient for positive energy is long-term thinking. Now, usually, long-term thinking feels very different on a down week versus a good week, but even now, we should not be resting on our butts, comfortable with our position. We should be thinking about the long term. Yes, things are looking up for Cloud. Yes, things are looking up for SOL. That does not mean that we should take this moment for granted. We should always be positioning ourselves to take advantage of the opportunities that are given to us on any given day. And of course, we want you to be thoughtful and kind. It goes without saying that there are some very disturbing developments all around the world right now. And those don't need to be mentioned here. This is not a political podcast. But the thing that I really want to mention here is that what this world needs more than anything else is for us to be thoughtful and kind with each other. And we might disagree on some core issues where we fundamentally disagree on principle, but at the end of the day, it's all about civil discourse and debate. And I'm very, very thankful that no matter where you are on the spectrum, that we're here together and to be thoughtful and kind to one another. And last but not least, want to have a good time, because if you're not having a good time, what are you even here for? So we're going to get right with the forecast here. Of course, this QR code scans directly into our Luma, lu.ma/SanctumSO. You do not want to miss out on some of the not only digital events that we have, for example, the forecast here, but also some of the IRL events that we have, which includes Level Up with Sanctum over at Startup Village at Super Team Korea. If you are coming over to Seoul, I am currently in Seoul, South Korea. So if you're coming over to our fair city, please hit me up. I am happy to treat you to a soju and maybe even some Korean barbecue. And this Startup Village is going to be going on starting all throughout the week, but we do have a specific day. So it starts really on September 14th on Sunday, going all throughout the week. But we have a special 2-hour session all about Sanctum. So again, if you're coming to Korea, I'm so excited to meet you IRL, and we're going to cook up some wonderful things together. I can see that we have so many wonderful community members in the chat. I just want to shout out some of these people before we continue. We have Han-E, we have Web3 Roy, we have Digital Pisolite, Tiggles, MD2, Coletta. Hey, obrigado. Good to see you, amigo. We also have Danica Hollandaise, always coming with the sauce. Martin V. Morales, ¿qué pasa? How you doing over in Argentina, my friend? We also have, who else do we have? Stake.net, always love to see Stake.net, people who are growing state on the network. And Piso Light, Sumptuous, Lucio. I say this every single forecast, but one of our oldest Cloud fam, and honestly, so excited to have him here because we would not be anything without our community, and Lucio really represents the best of us. And one thing that I want to share is that we have these special edition Sanctum pickleball paddles, which are very, very cool. We have the Pudgy Penguins Sanctum collab pickleball paddles. We, of course, have Albus the Cloud in the middle. And on the right-hand side, we have Cloud tokens just kind of floating around. So these are really sick. I actually am just going to bring Nick on here for a second. Nick, you have been promising these pickleball paddles for a very long time. Where can people get these?
Yes, it's officially in production right now. I don't have an estimated date yet, but yeah, if you want to get one of these, stay tuned, be active, and maybe one day you end up having, or you can just participate in the physical event that we're having monthly. That is the community pickleball event, but it's in Malaysia, so you had to be in Malaysia to have a chance to win one of those physically. But you still have a chance to win it even if you're online and around the world. So stay tuned for the updates, and I'll definitely keep you updated in Discord and all of the social channels.
Thanks for that update, Nick. I'm going to take you off, say goodbye real quick. We'll bring you back on later. Everybody loves Nick. W is in the chat for Nick. He's one of our favorite. I mean, Nick's journey is absolutely crazy. He started off as a college student in Malaysia, and he's still a college student in Malaysia. And now he's helping build some of the best products on Solana. We honestly could not do the work that we do without Nick. He's one of our favorite team members. And of course, every single week, we give a $50 USDC bounty to the best forecast thread on X. And I am very, very pleased to announce that again for this week, we have double winners. We cannot just have one winner this week because the quality of the threads were way too high. And so the first winner we have is Web3 Roy, who was a 6-time winner of the thread. If you scan that QR code, you can see the quality of writing that we aspire to. Especially his submission this week was very, very creative. And of course, we have Nenye. If you scan that QR code, you can also see the quality of her writing. Congratulations for being a 5-time winner. You can contact Nick to get your $50 USDC prize. Thank you so much, you guys, both Nenye as well as Web3 Roy. We cannot spread the word without you folks. It's just 100% true. Not everybody is going to tune in to an hour-long stream to learn all the latest and greatest about Sanctum. And so today, I hope the people who are going to write threads will write very, very nice things about our friend who will be coming up very, very shortly. Today's agenda is an old segment that we have not had for a very long time. It's called Big Warm Welcome because we want to give the biggest, the warmest welcome, a Sanctum welcome to a very, very cherished partner who we've been speaking to for weeks, if not months, if I'm not mistaken, to make this happen. And of course, we're going to be going forward with what to expect. And without further ado, I'm pretty sure that you guys have already seen this post. It's not as razzle-dazzle as some of our other videos, but you guys would not believe the contributions that this team has made to the ecosystem. And so I introduced to you gtSOL. And I'd like to bring onto the stage the Chief Business Officer of Gate, Kevin. How are you, Kevin?
Hey, yeah, very good. GM, everyone's. Yeah, good to be here. How are you guys doing?
Doing very, very well. And CBO is your official title, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, that's a very deceiving title though. Like I don't go hands-on with my business. What I'm like, and like, don't get me wrong. Like we have like really like a capable like business team and a business head looking after all the business unit. So I'm really blessed. But what I currently do is just like really just trying to engage the community, talk to all the important people, matters to guys. That's why I'm here, and not only to talk to you guys, but also listen to you guys as well. Like what kind of feedback can make us like a little bit better, like every day. That's my job. That's my daily job right now.
Yeah, exactly. So if there is anybody in the comment section who wants to ask a specific question to Kevin, I have plenty of questions that I am so excited to ask. But if there's anybody, of the 600 people who are watching the stream that have questions for Kevin, please drop them in the comments, and we'd be more than happy to answer those directly for you. But the first thing that I'd love to start off with, Kevin, is that I am actually a huge F1 fan. You have no idea. Forza Ferrari, but so
Now,
I'm a big
which team do you support, and why is it Red Bull?
Forza Ferrari. I'm like, come on, this is classic. I mean, obviously, Ferrari has seen better years, but I'd love to, maybe shoot the breeze with you for a second. Which team do you support, Kevin? I know that you're also a big F1 fan.
Well, yeah, I only have one answer. I'd have to support like Red Bull Racing. So like for those who don't know, like in the chat, we started to support Red Bull Racing, partner with them as a sponsor, like a crypto exchange sponsor from this seasons. Probably not the best seasons that we start. But yeah, it's all right. We go through like a really rough period. Like our I can tell you, like our head of sponsorship, like really scared at the beginning of the season. Is like, what if Max just like jump to another team after this season? It was like, well, I don't think that's gonna happen. It's like rules gonna change next year. He's probably happy with yeah, a lot of drama. So which is good for exposure for us. So yeah. How about you? How about do you feel like your team's getting better over the seasons or?
I mean, so I'll be very honest with you. I'm one of those folks who cares more about the driver than I do about the team.
Yep.
And the driver I care about the most is Lewis Hamilton. And so like I started my F1 journey with Mercedes, and now like I've obviously like migrated over to Ferrari.
Yep.
Not much to say there.
Yeah, I think first seasons for him, he got everything. He got he got disqualified. He got like all this like bullshit strategy. Or can I say bullshit here? I don't know. Like hopefully compliance.
No. You can cuss as much as you would like, Kevin. I like Kevin. Can we get W's in the chat for Kevin? Kevin's amazing. And also let's get W's in the chat for Gate and Red Bull. We can
just talk about like a F1 for the whole hour, and then we're just like not stopping.
But like, how does it feel to like sponsor an F1 team? That must be an incredible feeling.
Okay, so I mean, like we all honest here, right? We go for the vibe because you're the vibe officer. So the first feeling is like this is like so much money that's not in my pocket. So like at the very beginning, I just don't even want to ask like how much money that we put in. But over like after like the actual announcement, it feels great. Like people like because like this is the first season we start supporting sponsoring a football team, Inter Milan, and also F1 team. So it actually, when I go to online, offline, like conversation with our community, with like anyone, it's not confined to like just like, oh, what's the next offers? What's your next product? Like what we just did just now, right? We just talked about Formula One, and it's great. It's like I didn't expect that like so many people now is like following Formula One. I guess that's thanks to Netflix. Yeah, Drive to Survive. Yeah. So and it's truly amazing. Like I mean we don't have to support the same team, but like we just can go on and talk about like different like race and like strategies and whatnot. And it's just like it feels great to actually connect in like a human level with the community without actually always talk about business.
Yeah, I almost find that sometimes one of the issues with crypto is, and we are deeply passionate about the work that we do. We care specifically about our customers and making sure that we're providing them world-class products that are safe, right? But at the same time, you can't build a real personal relationship on only just the crypto talk all the time. Like sometimes you actually have to talk about like things that we actually care about. I mean, like I do care about obviously the work that we're doing, building the LST infrastructure on Solana, and that's literally what I spend hours of every day working on, right? But at the same time, it's like, I do love F1 very deeply. And like, do you think the Ferrari strategy will get any better, or is it always going to be a clown show?
No, it's yeah. Well, they already won the video message of the year, right? The
Yeah,
water thing. It must be the water. That's great. I think it was also Hamilton, right? Like have a tea at
yeah,
it while you're at it. Oh my God, it's just like so I don't know, like they have a good car, right? They have good driver, definitely.
yeah.
Both drivers. But yeah, the strategy is like always the double disqualifications earlier this season is just like it says something. I think it says something to not to us but also to Hamilton.
Yeah, but you're multifaceted. You got different sides to you. It's not just F1. You're actually a huge fan of bouldering, if I'm not mistaken.
I
So like,
am,
yeah,
yes.
like, have you ever gone bouldering with Anna from Perenna?
No, wait,
So
who is that?
Perenna, yeah, no. So Anna used to be the former head of stablecoins for Solana Foundation, and now she's
Ah,
working on
right.
her own protocol called Perenna, which is a stablecoin protocol on
Yeah.
Solana. But she is the most passionate boulderer on Solana, and I know that she throws a couple of side events here and there just for bouldering. So would love to put you guys in contact later so
Oh,
that you
right.
guys
Yeah,
can, yeah,
definitely.
for like,
So I
yeah.
gotta tell you this. This is like it's like maybe a little bit like too funny for the chat. So like, were you in like Tokyo and Dubai?
Yes, I was actually.
Okay, so you go in the front door. The first thing you see is like a bouldering wall, right? It's just like a
Hmm.
50 feet high or a 50-meter high.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember. Yeah,
and
it
then
was
I was
huge.
just like, yeah, I got the pass already, so I don't have to queue for the thing. I just like, all right, I just like wait, I got like I got like my usual leather shoes, like my jeans. I got I'm not prepared for it, but I was like I would still go for it because why not, right? I went up and then because it's Dubai and
Uh-huh.
it's so hot, like all these boulders are actually burning into my skins, my
Oh
hands.
no.
So it's not even difficult. It's like a fairly like straightforward boulder route that I could just go all the way to the top. But like halfway there, I was just like, no, this is like I actually got sunburn from the boulder like
I
the
see.
whole time I was in Dubai. So that's how much I love bouldering.
Yes. Well, I'm really glad to learn more about you, not just about F1, but also your bouldering habits. We have a friend here who joins the forecast from now and again. His name is Crypto Investor. He says, "Guys, you're losing me. Let's please move to Sanctum." So I think this is a perfect time to transition from learning
Sure.
more about Kevin the person, and let's talk about Kevin, the Chief Business Officer of Gate. And I think the first thing that I'd love to talk about is that recently, you guys have partnered with us to launch gtSOL. And you've had, if I'm not mistaken, over 350 SOL staked. With gtSOL. I have so many questions, but the first thing that I'd love to ask is before we get into gtSOL is what is Gate? And I'm sure that like at least half our audience knows what Gate is, but at the same time, we'd love for you just to, this is your time to chill. Take as much time as you'd like. I'm going to ask you a bunch of pointed questions. Tell us more about Gate.
So like to start with, I'm not a salesperson. I don't know how to sell things. I just tell the story
Mm,
as I know, right? So like Gates been around for like 12 years already, so it's feel like eternity in crypto world. It's been through like 3 cycles already, obviously 3 or 4 cycles, and I think that's is where the core values of Gates is a proof of resilience. Like well, we've been through the up and down 3 times already. Like we're still around. Like so, people like the trust is coming from the time that we've been through, and it's like that's why you can count like how many exchanges as old as we are, and we're definitely one of the OG. Now,
mhm.
the thing is, at the very beginning when I joined like 2.5 years ago, yeah, like we went through like crazy rebrand as well. Like I will literally talk about that in a second. So we had we our group founder and CEO Dr. Han is an engineer background, right?
Yeah.
And he built like the things from the very beginning by himself. We really strong with products at the very beginning, and the original belief is if we have good products, people will just come and use us. I
Hmm.
think that's fair if you're an engineer. But and then we found out that no, we need more. We need like better UI UX, like people just like easily to like stake and trade and everything. And then we need a big branding, like people would know about us. We see the right like color, we see the logo. I got this logo, and like one of the flight attendants when I was like flying to Europe, they was like, "Oh, are you from this like exchange?" I was like,
Mhm.
"Hey, the branding works, right?" So I guess that's what we've been trying to do in the last 2 years. 2 years
Mm.
ago, we didn't even have booth at like tokens or like consensus or like any major conference.
Mhm.
Now, spoiler alert, in Singapore, we're doing one of the biggest, if not the biggest, side events. It's called the Token of Love. It's a music festival. Like you're invited,
Token of love.
obviously. Token of
I
Love.
love that.
Yeah, yeah, that's not my idea. I vote no to that name. It's a little bit cheesy, but it sticks. So like, okay, Token of Love is a music festival. We're hosting like 5,000 people. Everyone's in the chat's invited. It's gonna be big. And that's what we're going for. Like we want people to actually enjoy the time. It's not about like selling you stuff, not about like having
Mm.
a panels that everyone's have time to talk about the product. No, it's just like a music festival. Everyone's gonna enjoy while they're in Singapore. So
Mhm.
yeah, the rebranding is still like in motions. Like we're trying to do better. We're trying to have like a more solid branding. I'm part of the branding now. People see me in this vest, like they see it from far away. It's like, oh, that's Kev. So I hope it's working. Like, check and tell me if you guys feel like we were having better branding than 2 years ago. But product-wise, we're really solid. So we were just doing the not the heavy lifting is done. So we're just doing the easy stuff, which is the branding.
Right. So what I'm hearing from you is that Gate went through this initial period of growth where it was very product focused. So you're laser focused on providing some of the best services that an exchange could provide, right? But then now, like obviously, with the moves with F1 as well as sponsoring your first football team and the rebrand, you're focused much more on distribution, right? And making sure because you already have a world class product, right? And now it's about shouting it
Yeah,
out from the rooftops and making sure that, excuse my language, but motherfuckers know.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Right. Right. And that brings me into my next question. You know, speaking of distribution, why gtSOL? Right. I mean, I'm sure there's many different staking directions that you could have taken. But like out of all the different staking directions you can take, could have taken, why did you decide to partner with Sanctum, and why did you decide to launch gtSOL?
Right. So like so has a really, really, really strong community, right?
Hmm.
And despite what happens, like just a couple of years ago with FTX and whatnot, and we see the bottom, we see single digit, not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
So it showed that it's an amazing community with like amazing developers, active developers throughout all these years, um, and an exchange. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like a Soul Maxi. I'm not an ETH Maxi.
Hmm.
But we want to play fair, but in a way that we want those community who are strong, the foundation that's strong coming to us. Uh, I'm not saying like if foundation is not doing anything, but like, hey, if there's an opportunity for us to provide to our community to have a stronger, better product, why not, right? So we're happy with any protocol, but like whoever more active and more willing to partner with us, obviously they got the priority, and that's why we're here.
I see. I see. And how did you even hear about Sanctum, the protocol? Do you remember the first time that you ever heard of us?
No, no. I was like, this is like all this like, well, and we were in crypto, right? We don't even use email because like email sometimes I could slowly catching up. Like everything's like in the chat room, and I just
Yeah.
like I see all this like message coming up like with all this, and I can tell you that's like you guys see all the new products that's already came out, right? But there's another like 15 chat that's with like product that's coming out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know like for sure like today like well we checked in the backstage just earlier today. um this is the first time we've met and we chat, but I trust my product team and trust my team that's who will just like pick the right partner to work on this product.
I really appreciate that, Kevin. And just for your information, we're the fourth biggest, or maybe even third biggest protocol in Solana. And by my understanding, maybe the 22nd or the 21st biggest protocol in all of crypto. And we're very, very happy to be working with you to launch gtSOL. I mean, obviously, 300 over 350 SOL into Sanctum is not a small investment, and so like it's a huge vote of confidence that you guys are even working with us. And like, are you in the gtSOL? So, yeah, of course you are. You're in the gtSOL Sanctum chat. That is my first Chinese language chat that I'm in.
Yeah. That's also something that we're working on as well. We have to go like a little bit internationalize. Like that's also like what we talked about like earlier today, like before we start. Like
Yeah.
I come from a background. I work for Aussie bank, like Australian bank.
Mhm.
I worked for a French bank, like for 15
Mhm.
years before I moved to crypto. So like all my life is like pretty corporate. Like everyone have to speak English, no French, no Cantonese, no Chinese. So my life is like really much like have to relearn everything when I joined Gates, but
Mm.
we're getting better. Well, and technology is getting better. Everything's like real time translation these days.
Yeah.
So happy days. I guess we will become like language agnostic when my daughters grow up.
Yeah, I think that language is a trivial barrier in today's world.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy that we can actually connect on a real, because we obviously the Sanctum team, a lot of the team members are from Singapore. We have like one Korean co-founder. I myself am Korean, but I mean, we have a lot of Chinese language speakers on the team. And that's something that we really care about, is conquering the Asian market. And so working with partners like Gate is, strategically very, very important for us. And it's a huge vote of confidence that you've deposited so much soul into gtSOL. So we really, really appreciate that. I guess the next question I have is like, what are the distribution plans, or maybe even some of the utility that you have in mind for gtSOL for your community, right? Is it
Yeah.
really just about best in class yields, or you know, are you planning to do some DeFi with gtSOL? Just like super interested to hear what your plans are for gtSOL.
Yeah, so that's you pretty much answer the questions already. So I'll take up that answer. So obviously, a lot of users like first thing they look at is the yield. I get it, and I'll make sure that we will be like one of the best. Um, and that's like I think without sugarcoating the whole thing, I can talk infrastructure the whole day, but like ultimately people look at yield the first thing. That's for
Hmm.
sure. But as I put it, Gates is now it's become so big. I would say like Citibank, right? They're like basically banking supermarket, and we are like
Yes.
crypto supermarket. I I just gonna list out everything. It's like we have currently, like people may not know, like in the chat, we have like obviously the usual like spot and futures tradings, like earn stake, everything's leverage product, custody product. Then we have OTC, institution, VIP, and then we have Gates card, we have our debit cards, we have our
Hmm.
own physical wallet, we have like a like actual Gates wallet.
Yeah.
We can talk about Gates travel as well. We even have a charity arm, right? So we have Gates charity. So again, 2 years ago, or like a little bit more like a year ago, they
Hmm.
are all great products, but silos, right? They just like
Hmm.
having the best in class at what they do. But now we're trying to bring everything together. We work, for example, our VIP tiers, so they have like VIP benefits across all products. So I think
Mm.
very similar to. So we're doing the other way around. Like when you have stick product, like when you stick and when you have the GT Soul,
Mm.
can you do it with something else? Can you like use this for like getting our airdrop, like as a token of airdrop, or getting like a lottery draw for a Formula One ticket? I don't know.
Mm.
I don't want to commit to it. I just realized I said it. My marketing team's maybe gonna kill me. But yeah, something like that. So it's a lot of like cross selling that we can do.
Yeah.
And that's beyond just like you and us in this like very narrow space, which is just sticking. We can go like we can be very creative within the Gaze supermarket.
Right. So if I'm just to repeat this for people who have just joined the stream or didn't just grasp like the weight of what Kevin just said, they have so many different verticals at Gate. This includes Gate Card. This includes their newest product, Gate Travel, which we'll talk more about. They even have the Gate charity arm. They have a bunch of different products and services. Gate Perps. Do you have also sports betting, if I'm not mistaken?
Sport betting. Oh, good question. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I'm just saying,
I
like
don't
maybe
know. I don't know. We
F1 prediction
oh.
markets, F1 prediction markets.
My compliance team gonna be really upset
Yeah,
after
okay.
this.
No.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
for the Gate
Yeah.
SOL, for the Gate compliance team, that we're just purely
We
talking
just
about
yeah.
the breadth of Gate services. Of course, you guys don't have sports betting. We're just saying that the point is that you guys actually have so many different products and services, and
Yep.
you're able to provide cross-functional benefits between all the different services. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we're aiming at right now. So like we're slowly merging like everything together where like people can see the benefits while they in our like own ecosystem.
Right. That is really cool, and I think that is a really nice segue into the next topic that I want to dive super deep into. What the hell is Gate Travel? What can people look forward to?
See, that's the response. That's the feedback I'm getting from everyone. Like no one that I talk to when I say, "Oh, gate travel, that's amazing!" Wow, no, like people is like always respond. How the hell did you like you able to do it? So it's to me is amazing as well. So like what we do is like again I probably can't sell it like because like whatever the marketing
Sure.
compliance thing. But if you happen to have the Gates app on your hand, and you can
Hmm.
just go to the Gates travel page and use your crypto in your account to book flight tickets
Hmm.
or accommodations all over the world. Like I think
Oh
they cover
wow.
140 different airlines and like pretty much like all the hotels chains. It's amazing. You can buy like Steam gift cards as well, Starbucks gift cards, like all this like Apple gift cards. So it's pretty much a way for you to connect to the real world. This is the hot topic right
Mm.
now in 2025, I believe, and basically help you to off ramp without actually going to have the off ramp. You don't have to just like off ramp to won or like US
Mm.
dollar or Hong Kong dollar before you actually go on and buy things. You just like go in and buy. And there's
Mm.
a pawn system as well. So you accumulate pawn just like your usual like platforms, right? And you can use the pawns to have discount and whatnot. It's amazing. I can't say we do the heavy lifting. We integrate with another partner. We're not going to sell this partner today. But they did an amazing job. We do the integrations. We probably one of the first and one of the best in that space right now, doing this, and everyone just like broke everyone's mind.
Right. This product strategy reminds me a lot of WeChat. Now, obviously,
Yes.
you guys are not a chat app, like
No.
duh. But for anybody who knows anything about the Chinese market and they understand what WeChat accomplished, WeChat is the first company in the world to pioneer the idea of a super app. What is a super app? It's literally a family of interconnected services that includes obviously the messaging app, but also payments, taxi rides, health services. I mean, financial services. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. In fact, I think that you cannot function in modern Chinese society in mainland China today without WeChat or some equivalent of it. Yeah, you need, and like even during COVID, right? You would use WeChat to like scan where your location is so that they can do contact tracing
Yep.
to make sure that they can find the people who are in the same restaurant with you and make sure that the virus didn't spread. So my point is that like that is a tried and true strategy that has worked specifically for WeChat, and it seems like Gate is following the same model in the sense that like once you're onboarded onto Gate for your finance, you can now use it for your portal for anything else in the world, right? Is that essentially the mission for Gate?
Yeah, I mean that's the problem we have right now is like the fermentation of like exchange protocol like platforms, right? I I a few years ago I made a bold but like pretty silly predictions. I thought that's pretty straightforward, but it's not. I thought that we will have less protocols and less exchange and less stable coins because there will be a consolidations. I
Mm.
think that's still a fair predictions. But now we have more than ever. Like we have so many like stable coins. We have our own stable coin as well, by the way. We have GUSD now. I'm not saying we shouldn't do it, but like since everyone's doing it, we may as well. But but like if you look at the user standpoint, right? If I have the capital with gates and I can only do certain things, like 5 out of 10, that feeling is not that great, right? If I have to do the other 5 things in another exchange or in another wallet and have to transfer back and forth, I'm not even talking about the gas fee. I'm just talking about the inconvenience. It's like 2025. Come on, is there anything that technologically other platforms can do and we can't? I don't think there's many, right? So I think we provide as many as we can for our users so that they can stay in our app and it work for our favor, obviously. So like they stuck in the ecosystem. But yeah, we provide them with better yield and everything, so everyone's happy.
Well, I feel like applications or protocols or exchanges that control people's money, right, is the perfect launch pad for all these different services, right? Because like what is the thing that connects all these different products and services? It's your money, right? It's like how you manage it, how you use it, the utility of your money. And if there's a single ecosystem of products that allow you to use this like financial launch pad, so to speak, I don't want to get your compliance team all upset, but if there's anything that can help kind of tie all these products and services together, it's an exchange like Gate, right? It makes perfect sense that it would be you folks.
Yeah, exactly. I was just always think just like we one mortgage service away from being a bank. Like it's just like we do so much, and that's why I brought up like bank being like City being the banking supermarket as well, because we see so many similarity with like what's bank trying to do as well. It's like they have your money, but they want to provide you so many services that your money just keeps staying with them. So that's also what we're trying to do as well, and we provide access for users to do everything.
I think the last question that I would ask is that do you see growth in the usage of Solana products or Solana staking on Gate? Or I mean, I don't know if you can talk about that, but I'm kind of curious about like your. I don't need specific numbers, but just general trends, right? Like, do you see SOL usage or SOL staking growing on your platform?
Yeah, well, in a way, in a very generic terms, right? I didn't look at the specific today, but like obviously it is because like for the what is it now? September, right? So for the majority of this year, with all this meme cons like super cycle, whatever you call it, there should be like an exit liquidity people has been looking for, right? And for whoever that's been with that meme coin super cycle, obviously they majority of them is like in the Solana ecosystem. And there's a couple of things they can do. Like obviously they can go back to bitcoins or even stable, or well also we have like a tokenized securities as well these days. But we don't talk about that. Like so there's a wide range of risk and return they can exit from whatever 50x from the meme coins. Now the thing is, what we see is, again, at the very beginning I mentioned like Solana's community is like they're so sticky, they so supportive of their own community that the belief is like if I'm exceeding with my earnings, why don't I just like keep it to Solana, because like they see they see the growth, right? And it's
Absolutely.
so I guess that's been very natural. Like direction is like, okay, if they make money, they go to Solana. Or if Solana going up, they would just like take a few hundred or a few thousand out and just like ip into like more meme coins. So it working well for the users, working well for us. So and a lot of you would know like we have a lot of like con selection. I not like confined with like just meme cons, but like all the new cons, all the cons from the Solana ecosystem as well. So yeah, I guess that's what I've been seeing, and I don't see it's going to stop. Like Solana's community is going to be grow quite a bit. Not sure if it's big enough to be Ethereum killer. We don't talk about that anymore, I think, but we'll see.
Well, thank you very much, Kevin, for your time. Is there anything else that you want to talk about before you go?
Yeah, well, this is the first time I'm here. I really love the conversations. Now, a lot of you, I know, like you guys, we met like online, so to speak, and I saw the chat. This is me. You can see me. Like my. Let me just like really quickly say hi on the chat so people will know that's my that's me. Well, this you can see exactly. I got even exactly the same vest and the same shirt. So if you see the my Twitter, that's my real face. That's my real name. It's not even an NFT profile picture. So you can find me like offline anytime if you have any feedbacks about Gates, and also on offline as well. As I mentioned in Singapore token, we are going to have a big event. You are all invited. I said it, and for the record, you are all invited. The only thing I'm missing out, I feel so FOMO right now, is Korea Blockchain Week. You hyped it up earlier before I go onto the stage. I'm not going this year, so I unfortunately I'm gonna miss out on the soju. But yeah, one time we'll have soju in Singapore. I'm sure they have soju anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Would love to host you in our fine city. I can't wait to meet you in Singapore. I'll definitely be messaging you after this. Everyone is invited to the Token of Love. Thank you very much to Kevin. You can see that we've added his Twitter handle right down below. It's at Kevin Lee_gate. I have also followed him on Twitter. Thank you to the over 1,000 people who have joined us today to listen to Kevin speak.
Yeah, great turnout.
And I promise you that you're not going to get, in trouble with your compliance team. No financial services were shelled. We were just talking about some of the best products that are being built in crypto, and with a really wonderful partner who's chosen to work with Sanctum. So, Kevin, we really appreciate your time here today, and
No,
of course,
you.
we'd love
Thank
to
you for
have you on
having
again.
me. Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So for whoever on the chat, if you see me, just come and say hi. You can spot me from like yard away. So all right. Well, yeah. Well, feeling the love.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone in chat.
All right. Let's get
Okay.
some W's in the chat for Kevin, everybody. Woo! Thanks, Kevin.
All right. All right.
All
See you
right.
guys. Talk to you next time.
Yeah, talk to you
See
soon.
you. Cheers.
Yes. So we're gonna end today's forecast with just a very simple. I love Kevin too. Thank you very much for that. What to expect. So ASR distribution. We just want to give you guys another reminder that the claim deadline is going to be for December 3rd, 2025. I would like to repeat this once more for emphasis. If you participated in Sanctum's Fund Target Governance, the claim deadline for the ASR distribution tranche number 2 will be December 3rd, 2025. And of course, if you never want to miss another forecast, please scan this QR code. It takes you over to our Luma. You can get it into your calendar. You'll get reminders in your email. It's one of the best ways to keep in contact with the team and to make sure that you never miss these forecasts. And lastly, we love you all. I'm going to bring Nick onto here because he's done such a beautiful job preparing all of these slides. He's truly making the forecasts much, much better. And also, one fun fact, Nick is the one who, I heard someone ask earlier whether or not I speak Chinese. I do not. But you know who does speak Chinese? It's Nick. So Nick actually was the one who helped speak with the Gate team, and so we were able to build up a lot of trust. This is the beautiful thing about the Sanctum team that I think sets us apart from other teams, is that we have a wide Asian faces, but we have a very wide range of cultural backgrounds that makes it possible for us to talk to anybody in the world, whether it be Europe, Africa, South America, the United States, parts of Asia, India. I mean, anywhere that you can think of, the Sanctum team can cover it all. And it's truly thanks to people like Nick that we're even able to have these opportunities. Who is the one co-founder who is Korean? His name is Jesse. You can find him on Twitter. So anyways, thank you everyone for coming to today's Sanctum Forecast. We love you all, and we'll see you on the next one. Adios.
See ya. Bye-bye.